Everyone, it's Ginger Walker, and I am so excited because I'm at B101.5 for the Ask the Realtor segment, and I have
Adam West in for Jeremy.
Woo-hoo!
Jeremy, you missed out on the donuts, dude. I'm just saying. I cannot wait to spend an hour with Ginger Walker, the Give Back team. Always a lot of fun. We got a lot of questions.
I'm so excited.
We're going to get busy. Let's do it.
Yes.
Live from the climate-controlled Total Comfort Heating, Air, and Plumbing Studios.
This is the Jeremy Gray Show on B101.5.
Here comes the ladies. I like this part.
Jeremy Gray Show.
Man, he's so cool. He gets his own, intro. I'm just saying. Adam West in for Jeremy Gray on the Jeremy Gray Show. TJGS for short.
Okay.
Jeremy.
I was like,
Gray
what are you
Show.
spelling?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
know. I thought it was TGIF.
I do. Yeah, no, it is TGIF. That is true.
That I'm not aware of.
TGIF. Ginger, Melissa, Chardonnay, AJ are all in the studio. I turned it down to like 67 in here because I
know
it gets boiling in here.
Well, and I'm with you. I prefer to have to put a jacket on.
Right.
And be sweating.
Right, exactly. And they turned the lights up on me here, so I'm just saying, so it's usually a bat cave in here, Adam West.
Yep. You look good. Yep.
Yeah, right, sure. Yeah. I'd prefer to be in the dark, to be honest with you. All right, let's take a breath because this hour flies by. We all know.
It always does, especially with you because you're so much fun.
No, it just flies by. Questions come in. We talk. You have been busy all summer. You haven't taken time off yet. I mean, you finished, right?
Yeah, from a giving back perspective, we just literally finished the Stafford County Public Schools drive. We're rolling right into the animal shelter, the Stafford County Animal Shelter. August 12th, come visit us at Stafford County Animal Shelter. It's on, I think it's 26 Frosty Drive.
Yeah.
Give Back team, we're paying for all the animals adopted that day, so come in and clear the shelter.
I love that so much.
Yeah,
I'm so excited about it. And
It's
then
so cool.
Right after that, we're going to roll right into Phil Dr. Bear's closet. So we are busy, and I love it.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
I did have a Christmas song request this morning in the 5OC. I didn't play it. I didn't play it. I'm just saying.
Listen, I was
tempted.
I'm against the pumpkin spice out right now.
I am too. 7-Eleven has pumpkin spice lattes out right now. Yeah, and I just read yesterday a massage is doing pumpkin spice lotion.
No, it's too early.
It is too early.
But see, I'm not a pumpkin spice guy anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, me either.
I do have a complaint. The new soap in the men's room here is spring. It's called Spring Air. You can't have spring air in the summer. I'm complaining.
Okay, you take that up with HR.
I have it written right
go.
here. There's my complaint right there. I literally wrote it out. So anyway, Ginger Walker's
he's high
here.
maintenance, just a little bit.
just a little bit. And she brought donuts. In case you weren't listening, Ginger, I threw it out in the 5 o'clock hour this morning. If anyone has Ginger's number or can reach Ginger.
And about 12 people did.
That's amazing.
On the back channel chat from the 5OC,
We would
the
love
underground.
to have donuts.
So funny.
I have to say one of the first texts. Hi, Adam. I don't have a question for Ginger, just a comment. Ginger is the best realtor. You really, really want to use her to help you find your new home. She is awesome. Buffy in Colonial Beach said that.
Thank
That's
you.
FYI. I'm serious.
I really appreciate that. I do. Thank you, Buffy.
I didn't set that up. That literally just came in.
That's awesome. Thank you. You just made my day.
Made my day with the donuts. So I thought I'd give it back to you. All right. So we got a ton of questions. We got stuff. We want to start. Let's hit one. Let's do it.
Well, let's start with what's going on with the market right now.
Oh, the market. Wow.
The market.
We'll talk to you at 10 o'clock this morning.
It's a lot like what we've been talking about every month.
Right.
It's still definitely a seller's leaning market.
Obviously, because you look around, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm. And prices are still going up.
Are they really?
Yeah. In FAR, which is the area association that we work within, I would say that Stafford is one of the strongest markets right now.
Wow.
The median sales price is at $525, slowly increasing. The problem is we don't have houses to sell. So our number of transactions are down because there's just not the houses on the inventory right now.
And if you live in a neighborhood, you see a house go up, it doesn't stay long. So the market's still
moving. Well, the interesting thing, though, on that is if it's priced right.
Right.
If it's not and the seller's aspirationally price it, mean I want to get this.
Right. I'm going to take advantage of it. Yeah.
Right. Well, then they're actually taking price reductions. So we are seeing some of that. So sellers, be careful how you price it because I'll tell you, buyers agents like Melissa and I over here are going to take advantage of that situation if you're taking price drops.
Absolutely. And that's that's the thing about you guys, Ginger. You guys are going to go in there and say, yeah, sure, we'll try it. You're going to say, listen, this is where you need to be,
right.
and you're going to sell it. Well, you know, I mean, you don't.
you have to give recommendations, right?
absolutely.
Ultimately, the seller's in the driver's seat. That's what I always say. They're the boss,
Sure,
right? We're
right.
the conduit to get you there.
Conduit, I like
conduit,
that.
yes.
Yeah, that's good.
But you need to be realistic in the price. But
Sure.
if it is priced appropriately for how it shows, that's what I always say. It is going to sell. It probably will get multiple offers. We actually just had one where we had multiple offers coming out of this weekend. You
Wow.
know?
Good.
We've got another house that's coming up this weekend. I'm sure we'll probably, I hope, I'm going to
Yeah.
knock wood, that, we'll have the same situation. So, because there's a demand. There's definitely a demand. So, if you're a seller, you're still in a good spot, just price it appropriately.
Yeah, but all right, we'll talk about this later. But where do you go once you sell? You know, I mean,
Yeah, that's the question.
you think, I made all this money on this. What? It's how much to
Where
buy
do
another
I
one?
go?
You know,
Yeah.
Well, as a seller, you have to have plan A, plan B, and plan C. So, and we work through those options too. Yeah,
Okay.
for sure. Okay.
Cool. We got questions. Renting or selling? I know that's coming up. I got deed of gift.
Yep. That's
Okay,
enough.
all right,
Yeah.
we'll talk about
Yeah.
that. And then some outdoor features, pools, saunas. Does it help? We'll talk about that.
Sure,
All right,
yeah,
so
absolutely.
540-899-1015 or 800-685-1015. Ginger.
5.
Oh, we are all here. Adam Weston for Jeremy Gray on the Jeremy Gray Show. Ginger, Melissa, Chardonnay, AJ, we're all here. By the way, I don't want to put you on the spot.
Uh-oh.
I read this a little while ago. I know you have some of your people in here. Taylor Swift just gave $55 million in bonuses to her workers.
Holy cow.
I know. I just read that. $100,000 to each truck driver.
They deserve it.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
I know, isn't that so cool? I mean,
I love that.
everybody was like, "Oh, it's Taylor Swift. She makes this. She doesn't have to give any of it back to her. You know,
No.
$55 million she gave back in bonuses to her people."
If we make what Taylor Swift makes, ladies, I'll give you all $1 million.
There you go. There you go. You heard it here first. Buy houses. No, I'm just kidding.
I mean, that's what we sell, about $55 million in a year. Actually, we sell more than that, but in total volume.
Unbelievable.
Wow.
Yeah, I
To
thought
be
it was
able
cool.
to give that away, that's amazing.
It's like these truck drivers were in tears. I mean, you think about $100,000. Here you go. You know,
Yeah.
it's pretty
That's
cool.
Well, and she
yeah.
just added a bunch of tour dates as well.
yeah.
So there you go.
And it's every weekend. These people have been working weekends. I know they get the week off, but
It's a lot of work.
you look at what they're setting up. It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's
I
unreal.
love people that give back, though. That's
I do
awesome.
too. I was getting ready to
That's
say it's
awesome.
Taylor Swift and the Give Back team. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Ginger Walker.
I do have a Taylor. She's my daughter.
Oh,
Oh,
Yeah.
see, there you go.
And ironically, Taylor Swift was the first concert she ever saw. Isn't that
That's
cute?
cool.
This one was it?
No,
oh, okay,
no,
okay.
no, no.
Yeah,
She
it
was
was
like
in
the red
Fred Nat
concert.
Stadium. Yeah, I know.
Yep.
Yeah, not Fred Nat's Washington Nat Stadium. Yes, I remember that.
Yeah?
Yes.
It was a while ago.
That's too cool.
Yeah.
So I'm just putting that bug out. 55 million. Anyway, we were talking. We were discussing selling houses. Where do you go? All right.
Yeah.
So what do? You want to make all this money and selling the house. Where do you go?
So a lot of sellers right now, we're calling them the golden handcuffs,
Yeah.
right? They're handcuffed to their house right now because
Right.
of the interest rate.
Right.
It's probably pretty low. And I think we've talked about that
Yeah,
before.
yeah.
So the options are, if you still want to take advantage of the market and sell, you can start looking for the house right away, right? Or you
Right.
should be looking
Right,
already
you
to see
should,
if there's
yeah.
anything on the market in the price range you want to be
there's-
in.
yes.
Right? If you're downsizing, upsizing, right sizing is what we
Right,
call
right.
it. But you need to see, is there inventory,
Yes.
right? Are you staying in the area? You're moving out of the way, out of the way, out of the area. But you need to start planning for that. If not, then you also have to have, where am I going to rent? Because you might be in a
my
rental
gosh.
for 6 months, right? You might
Wow,
have that
yeah.
plan B.
So what if you find this place and say, all right, we're going to sell this, we're going to move here, but what's to keep that house from selling while you're trying to sell your? I mean, is there
Right.
something you could put
So there's different
down to
contingent.
a $500 credit card charge? No, I'm just kidding.
So there's different contingencies. So if you're a seller and you want to sell your house, but you're not 100% sure where you're going to go, you can use a seller's home of choice contingency. And that means you stay in your house. You tell the buyer, I'm going to take 2 or 3 weeks, whatever it is.
Right.
You negotiate the timeline.
Right.
I'm going to take this time to try and find my next house. If I don't, you can't buy mine because I'm not
buy it.
selling it.
Right. We're staying.
So that's a home of sale contingency that we can build in for someone.
And you see that?
We are seeing
Okay.
them now.
All right.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. And we're seeing them a little bit longer because it is taking a little bit longer to find a house.
Yes.
And then on the flip side, you can do post occupancies where the seller's staying in place,
Yep.
but they're trying to get that house. So there's all different types of ways that we can work that out.
Wow.
Yeah. But the key is right now, if you're planning on selling, you want to take advantage of the market, you have to come up with what are your options. And you do have a few, but you need to be flexible. That's
Sure.
the key right now.
So what if I sold and I moved to North Carolina and I had I've got to get get a realtor down there, right? I mean,
Right.
do you guys work together with other realtors in other states?
Absolutely.
Do you really?
We have a network, not only
Yeah,
in the U.S.,
right.
but if you want to buy a house in Italy, we have someone for you there. I'm not
Really?
kidding. Yes.
That is too cool.
So and they're trained just like we are.
Right.
So you're not going to get, someone inexperienced, someone that
Exactly.
knows the market really well, good negotiating skills, all of that. So if you're looking outside of, Stafford, Fredericksburg,
Yeah.
Northern Virginia,
Yeah.
still call me.
Sure.
I will get you an amazing agent out in California where you're going.
See, it's the
See,
network.
that's good.
Yeah.
It's part
all
of the
about the network.
family.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It'll make the
Yes.
whole process so much easier.
Yeah.
Well-
100%.
And you should always connect your agents if you're buying and selling in 2 different locations
Yeah.
so that they can talk to each other to make
Yes.
sure your timelines match up.
Right.
Oh, yeah. I
People
didn't think
forget
about
that. Yeah. So you really want to make sure that there's a symbiotic relationship
Yeah.
already between the agents.
So it's not like you're closing on this house, but
yeah.
this house isn't ready yet.
Right, exactly.
I need some place to go
Right,
for a
right,
month.
yeah.
So
Right.
I get that.
That
Yeah.
makes sense. All right, that's awesome. All right, so so I'll put this question out there. I want to get out of the area. Do I rent my house or do I sell my house? What do you look at? I mean, because I know I've seen billboards for apartments going for this much of money, and a house has got to be a huge amount for rentals, right? So do you rent or do you sell it? I mean,
Well, here's the thing.
Right.
If you're going to make positive income, cash flow, and
Yeah.
you can rent the house and then afford to do whatever it is the next thing is that you want to do.
yes.
I hate saying this because we need houses to
I know,
sell.
I
And
know.
I said this exact
Right.
same thing last month. But, if it's positive cash flow and you can afford to do the next thing that you want to do, either buy or sell, buy the next house
Sure.
or rent,
Yeah.
you could consider renting. Right now, the rental market is very strong in our area.
I'm sure of it.
And rents are going up. But we have cases now, though, that you could rent a house and that same house, it would be less expensive to pay the mortgage.
Really?
Wow.
In some cases, yes.
Wow.
So you really want to, as
Yeah,
a
that's
consumer,
huge.
as the buyer/renter,
Yeah,
you also
yeah.
want to look at that. Like, all right, I'm just going to rent for a year. It might actually be less expensive to pay a mortgage and build equity in something. And values still are slowly, but going up.
I feel like going into any real estate deal, you
Yep.
have to have somebody like Ginger
Oh.
that can guide you. It's not just sign on the dotted line or I want to sell.
my hand,
There's so many little things that you have
Yes.
to think of that
Oh,
you
yeah,
can help
I'm
with. My
clueless.
goodness.
Absolutely.
Here's the key. Every single market is different, right? So if you're listening to the national news, you need to hear the local level, right?
Oh,
Right.
And if you're listening to the local level, like just Northern Virginia,
Yeah,
right?
yes.
You need to understand what's happening in Fredericksburg.
Right.
Like what's happening in downtown is
Right.
different than what's happening in Woodbridge right,
Right.
now.
Very
It's a little
true.
bit different. So it even is very market specific. So really, you do need a professional on your side to help explain what it looks like. Like what is the best move for you right
Yes.
now?
And if you do look at the local news, you'll see this business is opening up. This business, these employees they're going to employ this. So it's booming.
It
Look
is
at 95. I mean, that's all
Right.
you have to
Well,
say,
yeah.
right?
And you can also look at the new construction, right? We're still building new homes
Yes.
and people are buying them because they're moving here.
Right.
95, the hotline's coming further south,
Yes,
right?
absolutely.
That's coming
Huge.
17.
Yes.
So, and it's not going to stop
No,
there. So
it's not
probably
gonna
going to cause
stop.
more people to want to come here,
Absolutely.
So I do think right now it's always a good investment. Real estate over time is a great investment. And if you're looking to sell, you just need to find that plan B. And if you're looking whether or not you should sell or rent, you really just need to look at your numbers. I
Awesome.
mean, it depends on what you owe and
Right.
what you can get for it.
Right. On another note,
Yes.
July you did Stafford School.
Yes.
How much did you collect? What did you do? Let's hear it.
So we fill a big box. We have the fill the bus.
Yes, yes.
And then we do a personal shopping. So it was Chardonnay's actually behind me. So she actually took advantage of Prime Day.
Right.
Oh, did we do
yes.
Prime Day?
Yes. Yeah.
A little 35-cent notebook. That's what she just said. So we traditionally what we'll do is we'll go to the Walmart and just start
Yeah,
filling
absolutely.
filling up the carts. So
I was just reading here. Average teacher spends $820 of their own money preparing their classrooms.
Oh, yeah, it's a
You know?
lot.
It's unreal.
It's a lot.
And you guys help out there. I mean, which is very cool.
But one thing I will say, I know that because Lindsay was doing something with the county,
Yeah.
and we walked through their where they keep everything,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
we did that like at the end of last year before school ended, and they had nothing left. So this is not just a need now. So if you happen to see supplies going back on sale at some time, buy them and contact the county because they can always use them.
Yes.
I never
And the
thought about
teachers
that.
can.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. They usually run out of those supplies by like
Very
November,
quickly.
December, and
Yeah.
then you have a whole 2 more semesters in the
Well, and then the teachers are buying supplies for
Yes.
the second half of the year,
Yes.
so don't forget about that.
24% of parents have borrowed money from their kids' piggy bank to buy school supplies. I was just looking at it. So you guys, I mean, it fits in.
Everything helps.
Thank you. I
Yeah,
mean,
everything helps, right? I mean, that's what we're here to do, right? We're here to sell houses.
Right.
But we're here to be in our community and help our community too.
Right.
And that's the goal.
And give $55 million to your employees.
I'd like to do that if I had that.
And your DJs.
Yes.
And the photographer.
Absolutely.
And CJ.
Videographer.
CJ,
Shout
absolutely.
out to CJ as well.
If you have a question for Ginger, feel free to text in 540-899-1015 or 800-685-1015. Tracy from Stafford, thank you so much for the comments. Thanks for listening. Like I said, if you're coming into town, you know someone that's looking for a place around here, Ginger Walker's Give Back Team, they're here for you right now. 540-899-1015 or 800-685-1015.
The Jeremy Gray Show on B101.5.
Everybody was head nodding. If you've starting at live,
Doing that.
right?
Yep, Saturday Night Live.
I'm from Jersey. That's our thing, you know. Come on.
You're from Jersey? What exit? No, that's what that's what they say, you know.
8A.
I'm just saying.
There you go.
There you go. There you go. My wife went to Jersey. She's from Jersey as well. And she came back with bagels. Oh,
Bagels and pizza. Bagels and pizza.
it doesn't get any better. It
Nope.
doesn't get any better.
That is
Everything
the
bagel
best.
from Jersey, hands down. I'll do the Taylor ham, egg, and cheese on everything. Oh, my God.
Although, wait a minute. There is a bagel shop in downtown Fredericksburg
Yes.
that we are now obsessed with. What is
Really?
it called?
Southern Bagel?
Southern Bagel? Southern Province.
Okay.
I haven't been there.
Southern-
Oh, Provisions.
Provisions.
Southern Provisions.
There you go,
Thank
Southern
you.
Provisions.
Because it just
Yep.
made me so hungry thinking about it.
You want a donut?
Listen, no. Nope. But
She
I would
wants a
go to
bagel
Southern
at this
Provi-
point.
Listen, Southern Provisions, you got it downtown Fredericksburg.
Really?
Amazing.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
That's a plug right
All
there.
right. There you go.
I haven't
So
been
when
there
they
yet.
see us coming
Plug.
in,
Exactly.
you're welcome.
Yes.
They are
They're
really
wearing
good.
pink. They're wearing pink.
Call in your order though, because they
Really? They get that busy?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's
All right,
worth
I'm gonna
it.
try it.
Trust me.
I'm a bagel fan,
Yes.
so
Like
I'm
me
in.
too.
Oh, me
I'm
too.
Jersey, New York girl.
All right, so I asked AJ
Wow.
yesterday, do you like your bagels toasted or regular cold with cream cheese?
I like them lightly toasted.
Thank
Yeah,
you. Thank
toasted.
you.
Lightly
Thank you.
toasted.
Yes, all right,
I go for the whole schmear though. Like I'm the cream cheese, the lox, the
Really? You
red
do it all.
onions,
Yes,
the
yes.
capers.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm up.
Yum.
That's
Champagne on the side.
Let's
Yeah.
go. Now I'm really hungry, ladies. We have to stop there on the way home.
Yes, I was thinking the same. I was like, note to self, when I leave here,
It's
10.
so good.
Go get
Call it in
bagel.
now. Trust me.
Yes, absolutely. All right, so Ginger Walker, the Give Back Team, they're in the house, 540-899-1015 or 800-685-1015. I just keep looking at these lights. There's never this bright in here. So anyway, sauna, right? AJ,
Yeah.
or something came in.
Yeah, no, I was curious about because we just installed the sauna outside. Does that increase the value, decrease the value of the home, or help when we ever go to sell?
If the backyard's fenced and you're not close. No, I'm just kidding.
So it's a really good
It
question.
is a great question.
And I'm
yeah.
gonna say, when you put stuff in like that, you're putting it in for you.
Right.
Okay.
Not for resale value. Now, would someone want that? Right now, that's a hot item. Like sauna, like
it really?
saunas, cold plunge pools. We were
Yes.
talking
We were
about
just talking
those
about
too.
that,
Even swimming pools, like all of those things. If you're putting those in, they're very specific. Not everyone's going to want one
Right.
or care.
But it doesn't
But it-
usually decrease it.
It usually does, as long as it's in good shape.
Sure,
Right.
right.
Oh, okay.
And one of the, you could then highlight that it's like a spa like backyard.
Right, absolutely.
You don't
True.
need to go to the spa. It's right here. Like there's ways that we could definitely help you sell that.
Yes.
You know?
Okay.
But as far as dollar for dollar or anything like that, I would say no. But put it in for you.
So you
And
don't get it back, but it doesn't decrease the value
You could get
necessarily.
someone. Listen, if I'm the person that wants that, absolutely.
Okay.
I would probably. Perception is reality. So for me, that perception is like, wow, look what they added.
Yeah,
They added to the backyard.
absolutely.
Now I don't have to spend whatever $10,000 for this or $5,000 for that or
Right.
$50,000 for the swimming pool that I would want.
Right. And-
so if it's tastefully done and it's well maintained, it can't hurt in most cases.
But,
good.
I mean,
Okay.
for the listeners, don't go out to Walmart because there's summer clearance sale and buy the kiddie pool.
No.
That's
We're
not,
not talking
that's
about
not the
those.
Oasis.
Comes with a pool.
No. But I mean, I actually am planning on putting a sauna in the backyard
Oh.
and a cold
Party at
plunge
Ginger's
pool.
house. Yes,
yeah,
yes,
and
all
I
right.
do have an in-ground swimming pool.
There you
so,
go.
there you go.
There you go.
So I've done all those things.
Salt
or doing
water?
all this.
Salt water?
No, it's not. I know. When
My
we
friend
put it
just
in,
converted. It's
I know.
it's
We
pretty
were
cool.
gonna.
Yeah.
It's the whole
I
metal
know.
touching the salt thing.
Yes,
and
I know.
But anyway, digressing. But no, if
Yeah.
you make it attractive, and here again, the key is it's for you, right? But keep it tasteful.
Yep.
Okay.
And keep it well maintained. And yes, perception is reality. A lot of people might like that.
Very
All right,
cool.
There
Yeah.
you go. Excellent. 540-899-1015, 800-685-1015. Like I said, if you're thinking about selling, she's the one. Ginger Walker and the
Thank
Give Back
you.
team.
And Melissa.
No question.
And
Melissa.
Lindsay.
Yes, and Lindsay.
Christine.
Yes.
We have a new agent. and
you go.
Chardonnay.
They're
all
tough.
of us.
They're
nice
tough.
team. Yeah.
We just
You
couldn't
get
fit
us
them all in
all.
here.
You
I know.
don't just get me.
No, right,
You
exactly.
get the-
And that's so
you
true.
get all the ladies.
That is so true.
Yep.
Because and you're all busy.
We're-
That's the funny thing.
Yep.
It's like, goodness. All right, I want to talk about Clear the Shelter. We'll do that
Yes,
shortly.
yes.
But we have to do the thing, right?
Yeah, we gotta
Is
do
this
Know
where
the Show.
Does
Yeah.
Ginger say it together? Does
Yeah, we
Elsa?
say it together.
So it's time for
Know the Show.
Wow. Now what do I do? No, I'm just kidding. So yesterday, if you listened, you should know the show because we gave, what's the clue? I don't know. I know what Know the Show is, but how do you say it? You just-
So we knew we were going to have Ginger here
There you go.
today.
Yes.
And in order to find out more information about Ginger, you go to this specific website.
Ooh,
so we're
there you
asking,
go.
what is Ginger's website?
There you go.
I like it.
See, she makes me look so good.
And that's for 2 tickets to the Fredericksburg Agricultural Fair,
Yes.
which is going on right now all the way through August 6th.
Yes, Sunday
Yes.
Sunday is your last. Fried Oreos. All right, how do you eat your funnel cake? Do you have powdered sugar or do you do strawberries and stuff?
So if I were to eat it, which I don't because I'm trying to
She
be
makes
good,
me look so bad. Yes.
powdered sugar.
Oh, see? That's
Powdered
us.
sugar.
That's how I eat mine too.
That's us.
Yep. That's it.
If you know
Keep
the
it
show,
simple.
I think we could all go on a road trip together. Is what I'm
120%.
sensing right now. Yep.
120%.
We get the bagels, we get the funnel cake. I love it.
540-899-1015, 800-685-1015. If you know the show, Ginger's website. I absolutely love the energy there.
That was awesome.
It was awesome, right?
Yeah.
It was very good. If I hit this button, yeah, everything's good. All right. I'm looking up going, did I hit something? No. I'm old. I'm rusty. I don't know how to do this anymore. Anyway, Pam just texted in real quick before we get to the Give Back team because I want to talk about that. If we have a painted house now, so meaning they have siding that they paint. I grew up in one. My dad took vacation every 2 years to paint that. Anyway, they're talking about putting vinyl siding on it. It's going to cost about $8K, $10K to do the whole house vinyl siding. Will they get that back if they sell in 2 or 3 years? You know, can you add that value to the house?
It will add value to the house.
It will.
Will it add 8K value?
Right.
Dollar
There's no
for dollar,
number.
right?
Sure.
But low maintenance and anything new. So this is something I would recommend as you start making improvements to the house. Keep a running list of the month and the year that you've done it.
Yes.
And then when you go to sell, put that list up because if I'm the consumer seeing that, I'm like, wow, okay, that's brand new or really well maintained and only a couple years
they're
old.
put it into the house. They're looking to keep it updated.
Yeah.
So it goes a long way.
So it would
Okay.
definitely help.
Awesome.
And if aesthetically it's going to help too, remember the first 6 seconds a buyer's walking up to your house, they're making a decision whether or not they want
It's
to go in.
that quick.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
So outside is huge.
Outside, it's the face of the house.
Flowers,
it's like, I got to
mulch.
put makeup on every morning.
Yeah.
Put
you
your flowers.
don't have any makeup on, please. That's me.
But no, seriously, you want first impressions
True.
for everything. And
Yeah.
so I would say, that's
It goes a
definitely
long
going
way.
to help.
Goes a long way. All right. Give Back team. You guys just finished doing the whole Stafford County schools, by the way. Big shout out to teachers this week. They started
Yes,
back.
yes, thank you.
Mr. Gotzi texted in. He's a Drew Middle. He was like, hey, did you get a shout out to the teacher? There you go. There's your shout out because we couldn't do it
Yes.
without them,
Nope.
right? And I know you guys have given back to that. So Give Back team. Oh, by the way, it's educator night at the fair.
Oh,
so
wow.
if you take your badge as a teacher, you'll get in half price.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, so just FYI on that. So
I love that.
And you got something else coming up in August, next weekend.
Yes, next
weekend.
Saturday.
Yeah, next Saturday.
Melissa's going to tell you what it is.
Oh, Melissa. I love when Melissa talks.
How are you?
Good. All right, so what are we doing August 12th?
Only my favorite event
Yes.
of the whole year.
Yes.
So we're doing Clear the Shelter because everyone on the Give Back team loves our fur babies.
Absolutely.
Uh-huh.
I love it.
So Saturday, August 12th from 9:30 to 4, we're doing Clear the Shelter.
Nice.
So there's not just cats and dogs, but there's also pets. And I think Ginger has the rundown of what those...
6 birds, some guinea pigs. There's 2 snakes. There's, I think, a rabbit or 2. 3 rabbits? Chardonnay, go ahead.
3 bunnies, 5 guinea pigs, 6 birds, 70 cats,
Yeah.
40 dogs, and 2 snakes.
And a partridge in a pear tree.
A pear tree. You're reading my mind.
We definitely could travel together.
Oh, my gosh.
So our goal
Yes.
is last year we created, there was a line waiting out the door.
I remember talking about this all year just because of what you
Yes.
guys do. So.
Yes, we post it everywhere. Share.
Yes.
It's on our page. It's on our Give Back Team
Yes,
page on
yes.
Facebook. It's on Stafford County Animal Shelters page on Facebook. Share it.
Okay.
Because our goal is we want every single animal gone.
Absolutely.
We want them to find their forever home. And so we are paying for all the animals that day to get adopted.
Right. So what people don't know, if they go to the animal shelter, they have to pay an adoption fee.
Right. There's a fee.
It's going to be wiped next Saturday by Ginger Walker and the Give Back team.
And here's the cool thing we just found out is that they started microchipping the animals. So that's an expense.
Really? Yes, that's another expense that you guys are covering.
They're right now, unless they're just now coming into the shelter, they haven't had the opportunity to. But most of the animals will, that's what we were told, will be microchipped. Now which is amazing. Yeah.
Now the snake. I mean,
I know. No, there's two. And no, I'm not, that's not my thing.
Melissa,
but it is someone.
Snakes?
It's definitely not uncommon for one or two or three of us to bring a pet home.
It's not going to be
sure
snakes.
I don't think my husband. I think that I would have to find something sneakable.
Yeah,
like I'm not sneaking.
Maybe the rabbit.
Yes,
3 rabbits.
Yes, I think you'd be perfect. Or
hey,
bird
honey,
would be
look
great.
What I brought home.
Yeah.
But we've brought home like puppies, cats.
Yes.
I mean, you know, we've all adopted a fur baby, and our goal is we want everyone to have a home that day. And I know that last year there was a couple dogs left, and it broke my heart.
I know.
So
I'm sure of it.
So please make sure
Next
that
Saturday.
Yeah, and don't do it just on a whim. You know, this is a forever.
it's a serious deal.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, don't just do it to do it.
Right.
Do it because it's you're going to have it for a while.
But the one thing that I always ask is pay it forward then, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to pay for all their fees. So if you want to bring in something like a bag of cat food for the shelter or something like that in return.
Possibly anything, dog food, toys.
Look at their list of what they need because they also need other things too. So that's the only thing. You don't have to, but if you want to, you know, and go home with a fur baby and maybe spread a little joy, that would be amazing.
You guys are awesome. I mean,
They have an Amazon list.
Yeah, they do. You can Amazon
really?
right to the shelter.
Drop it right in.
Oh, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
So yeah, you could you could go to their website, order right off Amazon, it'll drop it right to them.
But if you can go on Facebook, go to the Give Back Team Facebook page.
Yep.
You can see all the information there. Please share it, share it.
Absolutely.
Our goal is to have every one of them adopted, and there's a lot of cats and dogs in that shelter right now. They're almost at capacity.
Wow.
So
unbelievable. All right, so
we don't want them to have to make a hard choice on anything.
Yeah, exactly, right.
So come help us next Saturday.
You guys are awesome. GiveBackTeam.com. I mean, the Facebook page, Give Back Team.
Yep.
Ginger Walker and the girls are just. I when I found out I was covering Jeremy Friday and Ginger was there, I was like, yes.
I know. I was excited to see you.
You know, it's just because I don't know. You guys are just good people.
Thank
you
you.
really are. So just FYI, and I'm not blowing smoke. You're really good people.
We appreciate that.
Yes.
Well, and then after that, you know what we've got coming up. We've got September.
That's right.
I'm super excited for that. So we're going to be starting Phil Dr. Bear's Closet.
Dr. Bear's Closet.
That's, you know, all the
National.
toys. Yep. And so we're really excited to be partnering with you guys on that again.
That's going to be a lot of fun. It's huge. Children's National, as we all know, is huge. Just for this, even for this area, it's huge. And they need, when they get these kids in, they're kids. Think about it. They're not going to sit around all day and just land. You know, they want to have stuff to do.
Well, I will tell you, last year when we dropped off the toys, and Melissa, you might remember this. We got off the elevator and we had, you know, a ton of toys that we dropped off, and then they took one thing out of one of the boxes and handed it to a little boy that was sitting in a wheelchair. And when we walked out, do you remember this? He had it in his lap.
That would have been Niagara Falls for me.
Yeah,
I mean, you know,
And so many people that we talk to, like clients of ours, either have been in Children's National, know someone, or their child's been there.
Absolutely.
So, and that impact is, I mean, you know, it's huge in our area.
Oh, it's so big.
We're excited to be able to help make a difference. We love fur babies, and we all love our children too.
Yes.
And they're all
it's a win-win.
part of our family. So anything that we can just do to support that. And so we're going to be asking for the public's help on donations for Phil Dr. Bear's Closet. So that'll be coming up next month.
I love it. So, man, more and more and more. And then we're getting into Christmas.
I know. Golly. Well, you know what, though? Here's the thing. I will say, everyone thinks of giving around that time of the holiday. Right. But the need is always, right?
Yes. It's probably more, I mean, they get it during the holidays, right? They don't get it now, and they need it.
And that's why with us, like, you know, if someone buys or sells with us, we make a donation to the charity of our client's choice.
Yes.
Which is super cool because that's every month. Right. And it goes someplace different.
Children's National.
Right. And automatically, yes, a donation will, with each transaction, go back to Children's National.
I mean, do you need another reason, folks? Do you need another reason? Oh, awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. And thank you to the listeners. Thank you for all the questions today. It's feel good. I'm ready to go home now. I guess I got to stay.
We got to go.
I got donuts, so I'm good.
You can eat your donuts.
You go
we
get your
sell
bagels.
some houses.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Thank you so much.
Thank
hope you guys have a good weekend. Good luck next Saturday. You might see me up there.
Please come.
I'm trying to talk my wife into getting a dog,
Come.
you know, because
Yes.
our daughter's off to college, our son's a senior in high school, so we got to replace them with dog. No, I shouldn't
Yes.
say. I shouldn't say.
Now is the
Yes.
time.
We've got what, 36, 46?
40 dogs.
40 dogs.
There you go.
One could be yours or two.
You never know. You might see Adam West up there.
I would love
Just
it.
saying. All right, let's do it. Let's check traffic at the B101.5 time.
Holy cow, that was amazing. We got a ton of questions.
And we got a ton of donuts, Boston cream, my favorite. Thank you so much for all the questions, for the listeners. Great questions today. Ginger Walker, the Give Back team, they're awesome. They don't just sell houses. They don't just help you buy houses. Shelter, August 12th. We talked about it. Stafford Shelter, they're picking up the fees. Come on, if you're looking for a pet, next Saturday is a way to do it. You guys are awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It was
I'm
so
gonna
much
have my
fun.
donut. Yes.
Cheers. Perfect.
Great job, everybody.